Hello everyone, Drew England here from Nyline, and today we're going to walk through deploying your Nyline for CUCM solution. And when deploying your Nyline for CUCM solution, you'll need to add your Nyline agent to your environment, allowing it to communicate with your CUCM cluster, and if desired, your switching infrastructure. The purpose of the agent is to facilitate communication with the Nyline cloud for your on-premises resources, providing information about users, which devices they own, and their location within the network. This data, along with the Nyline portal configuration, allows the Nyline solution to provide an accurate dispatchable location for RABOMS Act compliance. As far as prerequisites go, the following is required for deployment of the Nyline provided OVA template, and that's vCenter for OVA deployment, VMware vSphere Hypervisor ESXi 6.5 or newer, CPU of 2 vCPU, a memory of 4 gigabytes of RAM, storage of 32 gigabytes on the disk, and a networking of 1 NIC. And then also note, direct deployment of the OVA is not supported on an ESXi host. If you do not have a vCenter managing in your environment, you'll need to deploy a trial version of vCenter temporarily to deploy the Nyline OVA template. So first, we'll obtain the OVA and certificate. And to do that, we'll need to download the OVA file. So navigate to support.nyline911.com and then to the downloads section. And then click on the link for the Nyline for CUCM related downloads. Once there, click on the link for the Nyline agent OVA download and then save that file to a local drive. Next, you're going to generate the certificate from the Nyline portal to be used in the installation of the OVA. And to do that, navigate to portal.nyline911.com, click on Management, Systems, and then CUCM Agents. Click Create Agent and then provide a display name and then click Create. Once the entry is created, click on the ellipsis on the far right and then click Generate Certificate. That certificate will be downloaded automatically and presented on screen to be copied and pasted into the notepad of your choosing. So now we'll install the OVA, and the OVA is a template-based installation and will require providing the following information. Please gather the networking information you'll use for the Nyline agent if you're not using DHCP. So that's going to include the host name, the IP address, the net mask, and CIDR notation. And then, for example, if your subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, then it would be a 24, and then note the / character is not supported. Then we'll also include the default gateway for the agent, the DNS server 1 and the DNS server 2. Those are both internal and must resolve all CUCM host names. And then the DNS domain suffix, the NTP server 1 and the NTP server 2. And it's also important to note that the Nyline agent must be able to communicate directly with the Nyline cloud via the gRPC over TLS. And the OVA deployment is a typical OVA deployment. So log into the VMware vCenter and deploy the OVA file to deploy the OVA step-by-step wizard. During the deployment wizard steps, you'll be prompted for the agent networking details in the certificate. And then please follow the wizard to configure the networking with the information previously gathered. Add a local administrator account credentials for access to the agent locally via SSH and CLI for troubleshooting. And then once the certificate is applied, please complete the deployment and power on the Nyline agent VM. Once the VM is powered up, connect to the console and verify the successful boot of the VM. So now we'll need to verify that the agent is showing online. And it is to be expected that the connection count will reflect 1/2. If you do not see the connection 1/2, please verify firewalls are not blocking TCP/443 between the agent and the internet, and ensure there is no HTTPS/SSL inspection. Additionally, do not restart the VM, as the installation scripts will not rerun if the VM is rebooted. If after verifying the proxy and firewall configurations and the agent is still not online, please validate DNS is operating and that the network configuration allows the Nyline agent service URLs list in the connectivity requirements. If your agent is not showing online after completing these steps, please raise a ticket in our support portal so we may assist. So in relation to ongoing agent management, you can access the agent via the console or by connecting via the SSH to the IP address specified during setup. The admin credentials defined during the setup are used for this purpose, and typically this will only be required in the event of a troubleshooting event as there are logs kept locally on the agent, and there's a basic connectivity test for IP and SNMP. If there were ever a need to replace a certificate in the use on the agent, this can be accomplished via the SSH connection and the 9-line service menu provided once logging in. The same procedure would be required to generate the new certificate in the 9-line portal. And then finally, the agent can be restarted from that menu. All right, that's going to do it for this deploying 9-line agent guide. And hopefully this visual guide was helpful in simplifying the 9-line agent installation process for your deployment. Once the agent is deployed, you're now ready to move on to the configuration steps for the Axle and SNMP credentials for your CUCM environment to our portal. That's going to synchronize your CUCM users, devices, access point information, and IP addresses of devices, allowing accurate location and assignment of dispatchable locations. Thanks everyone, appreciate the time.